Hi friends, in our previous session we have seen that how we can build and run the Docker image. We have taken very simple example, but we have covered all the key concept which is required to become a master in Docker. Now I'm sure that you are confident enough to move with the more complex example. So in this session we will run our PHP applications using Nginx as a web server, MySQL as a database, and PHP FPM to process the PHP. But we don't do it in a regular way. We will follow the best practices that all the cloud engineers are following. One thing in the cloud is that whenever you are dealing with the cloud, you always need to use the registry provided by the cloud provider, and that is the best practice. For example, as you know that currently we are fetching all our images from the Docker app. So Docker have its own registry and people are pushing the image over there and we are pulling it. Now in the very similar way, when you deal with your own image for your applications, when you want to run it into the cloud, you need to first push your image into the cloud registry, and you need to allow your container to pull the image from the cloud registry when they become up. It sounds little bit complex, but we will do it in a very similar way in our local system. So it will become very easy for you. So we'll first create one registry in our local system, then we'll create a separate image for the core PHP. So we will push our core PHP image into that registry, and then when we actually build our application image, we will pull the core PHP image from the registry. So you can understand that how cloud actually works. So let's start with our next advanced example, and first we'll create a Docker registry. So we have to find the registry image. Okay, so Docker is providing us the registry image and we will use the version 2.8.2. So let's run this command. I'll explain you what this command will do. Okay, so using the docker run, we will run the Docker image. Minus D means run the container in the background. Minus P is to specify the port. The source port is 5000 and the destination port is 5000. Source port refers to the host system and the destination ports refer to the Docker container. And the name of the container is registry, and as you know that we have choose the registry image from the Docker hub with the tag 2.8.2, so that is 2.8.2. So let's create our Docker registry. Okay, so we have created our registry. Let's verify it. Okay, so we have now our registry image with the tag 2.8.2, and let's see our container. So we have registry container up and running using this image, and the port is 5000 and the name of the container is registry. Now we'll first create an image for core PHP. So as you know that to create an image, we will first create a Docker file and we'll first create a directory called core PHP as we did in our first example. So let's create a file called Docker file. We already have this file ready, but we'll create it for your understanding purpose. So we will use the PHP version 8.2, which is latest. Let's try to find the PHP image from this. And so we have this PHP image, then we'll find the tag, and we will use the Alpine Linux because it is really popular nowadays and it is a lightweight. So let's try to find it. 8.2 0 FPN. So we have this. Okay, so let's start it. So just that we have, you know have the version 8.2.0. This is just the variable. Then I think we have our tag ready from, yeah. So this is PHP and the version is 8.2.0 dash FPM dash Alpine 3.17. This is the exactly, this is the tag PHP and this is the tag, right? And then this is just if you want to just give a name of the main. Now, as you remember that in our previous example, we have used Docker Compose utility, but to build the core PHP image, we don't need the Docker utility. I mean, we don't need the Docker Compose utility. We will just use the Docker command directly. So now we'll build our image, and I will give the tag just for the understanding purpose. Localhost 5000. That means this is our registry URL, and then this is the core PHP 8.20 latest. So this is my just my tag name. You can give any tag, right? This is that. Why this is I have used this tag because as you know that our registry is running on this port, right? So this is the naming convention that I have used, and then I need to specify the file. So as we are in the Docker Kubernetes directory, I have specified the path of the file deployment docker core PHP and the Docker file, and the dot means that from the current context, that means from the current directory. I think we have already discussed about the context as well in our previous example, so everything should be clear to you. So now let's build our core PHP image. So let's revise the command once again. So docker build. So this will do very similar job that Docker Compose will do for us when we run the build command. So Docker build, and I will give the tag to my image. And this is the compulsory. You have to give this tag localhost colon 5000 because it refers to this registry, and then we can give any name to our image, and it is like latest image. So and then we will give the file using minus f option, right? And then we will give the context, which means dot means the context start from the current directory. So let's build our PHP image. It will take some time, so let's do that. Okay, so it started to build our core PHP image. Okay, now it is built. So if we check Docker image, it's- so you can see that our core PHP image is now created, right? Okay, now we'll push our core PHP image in the registry. Okay, so now this is okay. So now it has pushed, as you can see that it has pushed this image into this registry. So we have now pushed our image into the registry, right? So we are now done with building our core PHP image. So, and in the next session, we'll start to build our applications of PHP using the core PHP image, MySQL, and Nginx. So, see you soon on the next lecture.